Alright, so my first memory. Or at least the memory that seems to be as far back as I can remember. I'm not sure exactly how old I was. I know it was between the ages of 3 and 5, around there. And my first memory was a bit traumatic. Around this point in my life, my mom was making teddy bears and dressing them up as hippies with like Ozzy Osbourne glasses, peace sign necklaces, and tie-dye shirts. Yeah. And she was selling them in booths at festivals. And at one of these festivals is where my story begins. My mom was maintaining the booth, so my dad decided to take me around to see what the other booths had to sell. The flow of the storyline gets a bit fuzzy here, as the next thing I remember is something catching my attention. And when I say caught my attention, I mean that every particle of my being was drawn to this object. I looked at this object with wide eyes, previously unaware that anything this magical could even exist in this universe. This, which was the most beautiful thing that my young eyes had ever seen. It was a crown wrapped in tinsel, the sunlight reflecting off of the purple metal foil, causing it to radiate a glow in a way that could only have been caused by a higher power. It had small tinsel stars branching away from the main crown, and ribbon cascading from it like the majestic mane of a unicorn. I must have it. I turned to look for my dad, starting to call for him. He was gone. At first I didn't panic. You know, he'll come back, he'll look for me, he'll notice I'm gone. It won't be that long, so I just stayed where I was. I stared into the crowd, searching, watching with increased panic as each unfamiliar face passed. The next thing I remember, I'm sobbing in the middle of the crowd and it feels like everything's closing in on me. And I collapsed to my knees in a sorrow-filled wail. I was a bit of a melodramatic child. I don't know how long I was on the ground before I heard someone ask if I was lost and if I couldn't find my mommy. I don't remember exactly what I said in response, but I remember nodding and stuttering through my tears, trying to explain that it wasn't my mom, it was my dad, but I don't think I was very successful because the next thing I heard was, "What does she look like?" There. I saw him and I ran. That's the end of my memory. I don't really remember anything else, but I don't even think I got the crown, to be honest. But I think that might have something to do with my social anxiety in crowds. I'm not sure, but it's always stuck with me and it's something I remember all the time. So I thought I would share it with you guys. Yeah, so I want to tag Hannah, Remtail3, and Kat, Pop Goes the Cat, to do this tag, and of course anyone else who wants to do it. Thanks for creating the tag, Connor. It was really fun.